Bruchim habaim b'shem Adonai, blessed are you who come here in the name of God. Our God and God of our fathers and our mothers, bestow your blessings upon Jessica and Howard as they unite their lives. Cause them to thrive in their life together. Teach them to share life's joys and trials and to grow in understanding and devotion. May love and companionship abide within your home, and may you grow together in health and in contentment, ever grateful to God for the union of your lives. Jessica and Howard are going to be doing the circling. Traditionally, there are 7 times in it used to be that there was circling of 7 times. It used to be the woman circled the man 7 times. Now the bride will circle the groom 3 times. Then she'll stop, and then Howard will circle her for 3 times, and then they will join arms and they will circle once together. The meaning of the circles is it symbolizes the 7 days of creation, and there are 7 wedding blessings, which I will be chanting later in the service as well. Okay, so you want to move here a little bit more to the center, and then she's going to walk around you. V'rastich li leolam, v'rastich li בצדק ובמשפט ובחסד ורחמים. I betroth you to me forever. I betroth you to me with steadfast love and compassion. I betroth you to me in faithfulness. Verastich li leolam. I'm going to have you turn and face me at this time. We come to the moment in the service when you will share for the first of 2 times a cup of fruit of the vine of grape juice. And there are 2 thoughts suggested for sharing this cup of the fruit of the vine. The first is that wine and grape juice are symbols of the sweetness that we wish for your lives. There will be times when you drink from other cups, from bitter ones, but life offers opportunities to savor the sweetness. The awareness of the possibility of a life filled with true meaning is what we toast, the good that is life. The second is that wine is a symbol of sharing. So as you continue to share in each other's lives, you will, as a symbol of this enduring cooperation, share from this cup of juice, of fruit of the vine. And when, as you share this cup, you share all that the future may bring. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. So you're going to need to remove your masks to be able to take a sip of it. After you take a sip, then the other one of you will take a sip. Take your mask off now. They don't know how to drink with the mask on, and we're not using straws. So you can also face each other. You don't have to face me. This is about the 2 of you together. So who's going to drink first? Thank you. At this time, you're going to exchange vows, and we're going to bring the microphone back up that we used for the music so that you will be able to be heard as you exchange your vows. Howard, you're going to speak first. You can just hold that up. Yeah, that's a little better.
Jessica, we've had many hiccups, getting here. And the hiccups that I'll remember the most are when you laugh after I tell my jokes. So I vow to always give you hiccups.
I wrote this while I was getting my hair done. I'll be your best friend and you'll be mine. We finish each other's thoughts without saying a word. Since you came into my life, you brought so much laughter and joy, which brought on hiccups, which was forgotten over time. It feels that we know each other for a lifetime, but it was only a short time. Looking forward to making more memories and settling down as old people. I knew I can't get you everything you want, but I have something to start with you.
So it will be inflated later for you.
She deflated my guitar. I love you. There's your first guitar. Fifth guitar, but I didn't buy those other guitars. I bought this one.
And I'll set this back here for now.
It was blown up.
Yeah, it was blown up. We are at the time in the service for the exchange of rings. So if you want to take out the rings. Okay. The wearing of a wedding ring is the outer sign of your inner commitment. It says to all the world, I am my beloved's and my beloved is mine. We place the wedding band on the hand in two stages. First, it's placed on the right forefinger, and then it is moved to the traditional ring finger on the left hand. We do this for two reasons. The first is that marriage is a free will act of commitment. You freely choose to be with each other. To place your ring on your own ring finger, as you will do in a few moments, is a symbolic way of making that commitment public. The second reason is that the forefinger of the right hand is called the heart finger, for a vein runs from that finger directly to the heart. So when your vows are exchanged, you are in fact speaking from heart to heart, and thus it is appropriate that the ring touch the heart finger. So as a token of this love and devotion you have for each other and of the covenant of marriage, I ask you to speak after me these words as you're going to place the ring on your beloved's finger. So Howard, going to repeat after me. Ani.
Right
He's going to put it on your right hand finger. Ani
Ani,
lidodi
Vidodi,
vidodi
Vidodi,
li.
Li.
I am
I am
my beloved's,
my beloved,
and my beloved
and my beloved
is mine.
is mine.
Okay, now Jessica, you're going to leave the ring there for her, and she's going to repeat the words. You're going to repeat the words after me now as you place it on his finger. Ani lidodi vidodi li. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. In keeping with the declarations you have made and you have given and received these rings, they are a token of your union, a symbol of enduring love. And you may now move them to your ring fingers. No, you do it yourself. So you're going to put the ring on your right hand on the ring finger yourselves.
Oh, the left hand or the? I thought the ring finger is the left hand.
Whichever hand you're going to put it on, you're going to put it on. So, okay, you're going to put it on your ring finger now. And it should remind you that your lives are to be bound together by devotion and by faithfulness. And now, if you will face me, I'm going to chant the 7 blessings, and then I will be reading them in the English afterwards so you can know what I was singing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehakol bara lichvodo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et hadam b'tzelem temut tavnito, v'hitkin lo mimenu binye adei ad. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam. Sos tahasis v'tagel ha'achara, v'kibutz baneha, v'tocha b'simcha. Baruch atah Adonai misameach tzion b'vaneha. If you're counting, that was the fifth one. There are two more. Sameach tisamach v'im ha'ahuvim, kisamachecha yitzircha began Eden mikedem. Baruch atah Adonai misameach atan v'chala. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'kala, gila rina, dihitza v'chadva, ahava v'yachavav, shalom v'reut. Mehira Adonai Eloheinu, Yeshama be'arei Yehuda, v'chutzot Yerushalayim. Kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala, kol michatzlot hachatanim mechupatam. Une'arim mimish v'neginatam. Baruch atah Adonai v'sameach atan im hakala. And the English of the blessings: blessed are you, God, source of the world, who creates the fruit of the vine. Blessed are you, God, light of light, who created everything for your glory. Blessed are you, God, spirit of all things, who has created the human being. Blessed are you, foundation of every life, who fashioned humanity in your likeness and prepared for us a shape and a form in your image from one generation to the next and to all eternity. Blessed are you, God, who has created human beings. Zion will surely celebrate and exult in the coming together of her children. Blessed are you, God, who brings joy to Zion through her children. Give pleasure to these beloved companions as you did to your creation in the Garden of Eden so long ago. Blessed are you, God, who makes the hearts of this couple rejoice. And one more. Blessed are you, God, source of the universe, who has created each of these two people, their delight and their happiness, their rejoicing and singing and dancing and festivity, love and friendship, peace and pleasure. O God, may the voices of this celebration be heard in the streets of our cities and the hills of our countryside. May the words of this couple go out with gladness from their wedding chuppah, from their wedding canopy, and may the music of their friends and their guests surround them. Blessed are you, God, who brings joy to the hearts of this couple. And you may now remove your masks to again sip from the same shared cup. Okay. So you want to put your masks back on for a little bit more. The Jewish wedding contract we signed in the other room privately. Many of you were there with us, and I'm going to read the text of it and you can see it later. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. Jessica Lynn Roth and Howard James Brown III on June 11th, 2021, corresponding to the first day of Tammuz 5781, surrounded by family and friends. We affirm our commitment to each other as husband and wife. Our lives are now forever intertwined. Our similarities will bind us, our differences will enrich us, our love will define us. We will celebrate all of the passages of life together with joy and reverence. In times of happiness, we will cherish each other, and in times of trouble, we will protect each other. Together, we will create a home where both the traditions of our faith and the values of our families are celebrated with honor. We willingly enter into this covenant of companionship and love. From this day forward, we are one. And it was signed by the bride and the groom and by the witnesses. And you will have that for your home afterwards. I have a few other words of my own to share with you. And you can look at each other or look at me, it's okay. Jessica and Howard, you stand this day under this fragile chuppah, this wedding canopy that symbolizes the creation of your new home together. The structural fragility of the chuppah is not a coincidence. Life itself is fragile. The world surrounding us permeates our homes and our world, our relationships, and our inner selves. Today, we are gathered together, all of us who love you and support you, to help you plant the roots of your marriage firmly into the rich soil of life and of love. In marriage, there must be room for each of you to grow and develop. It is important to cultivate your relationship, to work at weeding out the problems, and above all, to appreciate and to enjoy one another. Until now, you have individually been making your own kind of music and dancing to your own rhythms. Now you will collaborate. As composers begin to write the notes of a musical composition, so you now can begin to write the symphony of your lives together. Musical compositions have many subtle elements, and so too will your marriage have its crescendos and its moments that flow with a soft grace and ease. You told me that you met at work, you were then Facebook friends, and you started dating 2.5 years ago. Jessica had gone into the store for some bread and looked different, not in her work clothes and her work mode, and Howard noticed. He gave her a hug and he said, I know it's short notice, but would you like to go for dinner? And the rest is history. Howard, you treasure how Jessica is so caring and loving and sharing of herself with others. And Jessica, you love Howard's spontaneity and how affectionate and accepting he is of you, of all of you. You also love how he makes you feel special and beautiful. The time you have been together in COVID times is like a whole separate lifetime. You had times when you were going out places, and then during the pandemic, you were home whenever you weren't working. You've learned to be understanding of one another, to have time together and some time and space for yourselves separately. You also take time to process your thoughts before talking about things together. These are important practices to continue in your life together as husband and wife. This moment in your lives is also a part of the ongoing lives of your families. From your births through your education, your religious upbringing, and family values, continuing your learning and your growing and your working. Now you stand under this chuppah surrounded by your parents, by family and friends. We also feel the presence of those who, while not with us in body, are here with us in spirit and who live on in our hearts and our memory, especially Jessica's father, Paul T. Roth, and Howard's aunt, Barbara Wender Roth, stepmother, Susan Brown, and stepfather, Tony Rivicchio. You told me that you chose to get married on the new moon at a time of new beginnings, where the light is only a sliver and it continues to grow and the light expands and it continues to get brighter, which is what the symbol you have for your lives together. You also chose to be married at 11 a.m. on June 11th, another pattern for your good fortune together as husband and wife. You added meaning to the bridal canopy, to the chuppah today, by using your grandmother Edith's tablecloth. And so while you're standing under this chuppah, you follow countless generations who came before you to sanctify your union, to share your love and your lives, and to look into the future. The cycle of life continues and your lives will move forward intertwined as husband and wife. You said to each other, I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. Anigo dodi v'dodi li. You exchanged those words when you exchanged your rings. The text is from the Song of Songs and is also inscribed in your wedding rings, and it was part of the ketubah. We can all focus on these words of relationship and love, of the love between people, and here today of the love between bridegroom and bride. I am my beloved's and my beloved is mine can also be about our relationship with God and through others who we love and who love us. What a meaningful time to uplift these words to one another and God and to become husband and wife. All of us here want you to know that we support you, love you, and will help you through all that life sets before you. This today is truly a day and to rejoice in all of God's creations. Zahayom Sa'adonai Nagila V'nismachavo. May you be blessed from this time forth and forevermore. So I want to now say, in the presence of these witnesses, and in keeping with our tradition, you have spoken the words and you have performed the rites that unite your lives. Jessica and Howard, you are now wife and husband in the sight of God, the state of New York, the Jewish community, and all people. I ask you and all who are gathered here to pray in silence for a few moments, seeking God's blessings upon your marriage and your home. I want to bless you with the words of the priestly benediction from the book of Leviticus. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's countenance always shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's presence always be with you, and may God give you peace. Amen. We have one more piece of this ceremony, and that is the breaking of the glass. Even in moments of great joy, we remember times of sorrow, both personally and collectively. We recognize your love and marriage is set in the context of our complex, imperfect world. We recognize the brokenness of our world, and we reaffirm our commitment to tikkun olam, to the repair of the world. The final ritual in a Jewish wedding ceremony is the breaking of the glass. So you will break this glass that I will place under your foot. And when you do so, you will be participating in this powerful Jewish tradition, concluding the wedding ceremony and reaffirming your commitment to making this world a better place for us all. So let me set it down here. Okay, you want to stomp on it hard. Mazel tov. You may kiss. Siman tovu, mazel tov, siman tov, mazel tov, siman tovu, mazel tov, siman tov, yehi lanu. You can just hum along. Yehi lanu, ulecho Yisrael. Yehi lanu, ulecho Yisrael. Siman tovu, mazel tov, siman tovu, mazel tov, siman tovu, mazel tov, siman tov, yehelanu. In a pre-Zoom wedding, the bride and groom would recess now, go in the other room for a little bit, and then join you later, and the rest of the bridal party will recess as well. The change we are going to make in that is the bride and groom are going to stay here to be able to talk to the people on Zoom before they get to join all of you in the mansion for the reception. So we invite you all to move into the mansion. The bridal party will be heading down here. They will be leading you. And then the bride and groom will join you a little bit in a little bit. What's your quick announcement?
Everything is color coded. So you gotta look for your color table.
Okay, so everything's color coded, so you need to find your color table when you get in the other room. But you're going to go across in the mansion. If there's anyone who can't do the stairs, there is a ramp. If you go right out the door in the back, there's a ramp to go up if you can't do the stairs. Okay, so we will, I'll keep singing Siman Tov Mazel Tov as you head out. Siman Tov Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Yehelanu. Are you guys going to head out, or are you going to stay in here to talk to people on Zoom? Okay. Okay, then you're going to stay here. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecha Yisrael.